To make the tulip stitch pattern, you start by making a slip knot and you make chains in odd number. I'll be making 15 chains. Now I have my 15 chains. The loop that I have on my hook doesn't count as a chain, so I'll skip this first chain and go into the next one with a single crochet. You go into the chain space, you pull your yarn through, you yarn over and pull through, and you repeat the same thing for every of the chain stitches. I've completed the first row. I'll chain one, flip my work, and make a single crochet into the same stitch where the chain came from, and also make one single crochet into every stitch. This is just a repeat of what we did in row 1. So I've completed the second row and also went ahead to attach a different yarn to begin the next row. So to start the next row, I'll chain 3, and this chain 3 counts as a double crochet, and I'll flip my work. I'll skip the next stitch right beside the chain 3 and go into this next one with a double crochet. I'll chain 1 and make a double crochet into the same space. I'll skip the next 2 stitches, which is this stitch here and this stitch right here, and go into the next one, making a double crochet, chain 1 and a double crochet, all in the same space. And I'll repeat this till I get to the end of the row. I'm almost at the end of the row and I've made the last V stitch. I have 2 more stitches left. I'll skip this stitch and go into the last stitch with a double crochet to finish up this row. And I'll be reattaching a different yarn to make the next row. So I'll now finish up this double crochet and then I'll introduce the next color. After completing the third row, this is what your work should look like. So to begin the next row, I'll chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'll flip my work. I'll make an extra chain, so in total I'll be making 4 chains at the beginning of the 4th row, and I'll go into this chain 1 space. I'll make 5 double crochet into that space. Now that I have my 5 double crochet, I'll pull up a little loop at the end of the 5th stitch, and into the top of the 1st double crochet I'll insert my hook into that space, and this loop that I left earlier, I'll place that loop on my hook and pull it through the 1st stitch like this, and I'll chain 2 and go into the next V stitch and repeat the same thing, making 5 double crochet. I'll release my yarn and go into the 1st double crochet, place the yarn that has been left on my hook and pull it through the 1st, and this right here is called a puff stitch. So I'll chain 2 again and continue to repeat this until I've covered all the V stitches that has been made earlier. Now I've worked puff stitches into every of the V stitch that I made in the previous row. Instead of making 2 chains as we have been doing earlier, because I've gotten to the end of my row, I'll make 1 chain and I'll place a double crochet into the top of the chain 3 that we made at the beginning of the previous row. And that completes this row, and this is what your work should look like. So the next 2 rows are going to be rows of double crochet. This is just to leave a gap between the tulip patterns, because this right here is the tulip pattern. So we'll make 2 more rows of double crochet before we repeat this same thing, and that is all you have to do until you've covered the desired length of the project you are working with. I hope you enjoyed learning and making the tulip stitch. Thank you for watching. Please like and also subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll see you again in my next video.